What's up? This is Outside the Ropes. I just got done watching the fight with Junior Witter and Alexander, and then Nate Campbell and Timothy Bradley. And what can you say, man? Shit happens. Sometimes we expect exciting fights, and it doesn't always happen that way. Shit happens, so I'm really not going to complain because that's boxing. But with the first match against Alexander and Junior, the shitter hitter quitter Witter. And I don't really want to talk shit about the dude. I mean, I don't want to disrespect another fighter, but my whole thing is, man, he came out there with no respect whatsoever. He was swinging wild punches like he was gonna knock this cat out with one punch. He was getting caught down the middle and staggered, and he just fought a very sloppy fight. And Alexander, he couldn't even really look good against him because Witter, he does have those angles, but the angles are perfect, but the punching just is not right. I mean, the accuracy, the precision, the timing, all of that is just off, man. He just was missing that. I mean, he was just acting like he was just gonna hit him with one shot and knock him out, and that wasn't gonna happen. I think he realized that, and he quit on the stool before he ended up getting knocked out because before the end of the fight, he was looking like he might end up getting knocked out. So he quit on the stool, and that's the way that went. He was talking about he doesn't feel like he's done with boxing yet, but when you quit on your stool, homie, that's pretty much a wrap for you, buddy boy. So I hope you figure something out because I'm not going to be watching you fight again. So moving on to Nate Campbell and Timothy Bradley, which is what I really want to talk about now. Before I get really into the video, I just hope you guys don't think I'm contradicting myself with this video because I do have mixed feelings about how this fight turned out. So I'm gonna give you all the fucking different views of how I look at this. Okay, now for one, the referee was garbage. Okay, and I knew from the first round, or about the middle of the first round, that I didn't like the referee. I even looked at my girl and I said, "Man, this referee, I don't like him," and I'm gonna tell you why. Because whenever there was a headbutt, the referee looked at Nate Campbell and was telling him, watch the head, watch the head. And he was, even when he caught him with some body shots, he said, watch the kidney punches, and all that. He was just all over Nate Campbell. If you watch the fight, you can obviously see that he was really fixated on Nate Campbell with that, which is bullshit because I believe, a lot of the headbutts were accidental, but Timothy Bradley does have that whole Evander Holyfield little duck under and up with his head, and he caused, a few of those headbutts that happened in the fight. So, with the referee saying they were headbutting each other, I can understand how you can think that, but I personally, if you look at it, you can see that Timothy Bradley with that, duck under and up with his head caused that last headbutt especially. So, with the referee, man, I mean, he was standing right there. He had a perfect view of, the headbutt. And it's his job to pay attention to this. This is why he's a referee. This is what he's being paid to do, is to pay attention to things like this. And he didn't call the headbutt. It was a clear headbutt. That punch that Bradley landed after the headbutt did not cause the cut. All that little bullshit with the blood came after the punch was bullshit, okay? The blood came because of the fucking headbutt. You're a referee, do your fucking job, man. But anyway, it was a bad call by the ref, and, Nate Campbell, once the round was over, you could tell the cut really bothered him after he got the headbutt, because then he started looking like he was about to be up out of there because Timothy Bradley jumped on him and was throwing some quick combination punching. Looked like he was about to finish him, but Nate Campbell ran to his corner and then cried for his corner to stop the fight. You heard him. Oh, stop the fight right now! Stop the fight right now! You heard what he was doing. Which, in my opinion, man, and this is where the mixed feelings come in. It's like, man, you're in a championship fight, man, and you complain so much about how you're not being appreciated by the boxing fans and this and this and that. And I like Nate Campbell. I was actually going for Nate Campbell in this fight. I thought he was going to win the fight. I thought his experience was going to win for him. But, he went to the corner. He cried, for his corner people to stop the fight. They stopped it. And, then he started crying because he didn't get the no decision, which in all reality he should have gotten. But I mean, come on, man. This is a championship fight, man. You had a lot of people waiting to see this. After all the complaining you did, man, I would thought you would have kept fighting, but hey, you didn't do it, so you really can't complain, man. But you know, as far as Timothy Bradley saying that, you know, he was going to lose the fight anyway, you know, you really can't say that because, you know, if you refer back to, let's say, Marquez versus Diaz, Diaz looked like he was destroying Marquez in the first 4 or 5 rounds. Looked like Marquez had no chance to win whatsoever. And then he ended up getting a knockout. So Timothy Bradley, you could have still gotten knocked out. So don't say that the fight was going to go your way the way that it was going for those first few rounds because, you know, Nate Cambell, you know, he can adjust. And he probably just didn't find his rhythm yet. But actually, before that headbutt, it looked like he was starting to find his rhythm a little bit. You started fighting his fight. You were fighting in the pocket with him. That's what he wanted you to do. And who knows, you know, you could have ended up losing. So don't say that, oh, this is all going to happen anyway, because like I said, you don't know that. So anyway, you know, the fight ended up being a TKO loss for Nate Cambell, which, you know, he can't complain about. You know, I mean, you complained about how the fans don't respect you. Then you went and you know, you lost a $400,000 payday when Guzman didn't make his weight and then he refused to fight. And then the very next fight, when you were supposed to fight Funeka, or I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but when you were supposed to fight that cat, then, you know, you didn't make the weight, and then you lost your titles on the scale, which you probably lost a little bit of respect when you did that, but I understand you're an old man, you couldn't make the weight, but that's not our problem as boxing fans. And then here's your chance to go ahead and do something spectacular. You get a headbutt, you get a cut, and then you quit on the stool. You know, and, you know, Roy Jones, he didn't quit on the stool with his fight, you know, and Miguel Cotto, he didn't quit on the stool. So, you know, why are you doing this and you're complaining so much about not being respected? So that's all I'm saying. And like I said, I was going for him in the fight. I thought he was going to win. He quit on the stool, and that's that. So as far as Timothy Bradley is concerned with the rematch and all that, I would love to see a rematch. I really want to see how the fight would have ended up turning out without that headbutt. But, you know, and Timothy Bradley was ahead on the scorecards, you know, up to the point where the fight was stopped. But like I said, you never know what can happen later on in the fight. So, you know, I wouldn't blame Timothy Bradley if he didn't give him a rematch. You know, that's Nate Campbell's fault, you know, for quitting like that. So, you know, we see boxers get headbutted all the time and continue. So who knows? But, you know, a possible fight for Timothy Bradley could possibly be against the winner, if this fight happens, of Ricky Hatton and Amir Khan. That might be a little interesting fight right there. I think, you know, Hatton is washed up. I think he's done. I think he needs to go ahead and hang his gloves up. So I see, you know, I don't want to really do a whole video on them right now because it's not a for sure thing with the fight. But I think Amir Khan would beat Ricky Hatton, and I would love to see Amir Khan versus, you know, Timothy Bradley. I think that would be a good fight, and I hope I get to see that. So that's my thoughts on it, and I just want to take some time out to thank everybody who subscribed and all my friends out there, man. I appreciate it. You know, I just reached, you know, 170 plus subscribers. I didn't even expect to get that many when I first started doing this. So I appreciate you guys, man. I'm going to keep doing these videos for y'all, man. Try to keep it exciting for you. Try to keep it a little bit entertaining. I'm working on trying to get some new things going with my show. So, you know, I'm also going to be covering the super middleweight tournament that we have coming up, so look out for those videos. And I just once again thank everybody, man. Till the next time, I'll holla. Peace.